Hey everyone, Corrie here coming in to do the forecast reading for 2024. I am working on the Capricorn energy at this time. And so I've gotten down to the last three. I am working in order. And so for my Capricorns, please remember this does not replace any medical, psychological advice that you've been given. This does not overpower your free will. That's always something that you always have the control over, is your own free will choice. What else do I have? I think that's all that I need to give in the little heads up stuff. But so for my Capricorn, I have movement happening for you. I have this sense of going forward. I feel like I just got tipped over into my forward thinking brain. I know it's not exactly where it is, but I'm I just felt like I just got poof, just moved forward. I feel like there is some sort of shifts happening in your life this year that's going to move you forward. Some of you are going to be going through radical changes this year. I just see there's radical changes, radical shifts. Change in locations are also possible this year for a lot of you. A total move, a total reinventing of life seems to be coming up for my Capricorn. It feels like it's a big year in a lot of areas. It's going to require a lot of energy, a lot of being able to use your own free will choice to choose, but a lot of change. I have a lot of change. And as soon as I start recording, I just got this, almost as if I could feel this headache coming on, but I don't have a headache. I could feel this pain shooting from here all the way down to here instantly. As soon as I started to record, I'm like, why am I getting this pain? And so I don't know if someone's having some back or neck issues, migraine issues, or if this is something more, something of an opening or a clearing or something that's coming in. There just seems to be the beginning of the year feels like it could be challenging. I just looked down and my clock said 222. So it just got 222. So this could be some new beginnings that's happening for you. Embarking on a new journey is what it feels like. I feel like you're moving into a new journey, moving forward in some way, traveling through change. I just see change. You could have life so planned out. We could be planning things to this absolute T, but we just never know what life actually has in store for us. So it's one thing to keep planning and organizing, but you just never know what's coming. And so there is new beginnings. I'm just feeling out the card. Where do I begin with this one? So for some of the people, when I say that life could be moving you, I feel like there could be a change in direction. It almost feels like for some reason you decide you're following your passion, going the projection and direction that you're choosing to go, but you're choosing peace over anything else. So making peace somehow and just facing your dragons. This feels like the Sagittarius reading in some way for me too. So the moment I came in, I had all of these messages that were coming, and those messages have disappeared and they dissipated and they're gone. So I just feel like it's like what they're telling me or what I'm getting of this is there is a lot of expect the unexpected. It feels like a lot of expect the unexpected this year. The things that you probably said you'd never do, some of you may find yourself doing. You may be following through with some old dreams, some old goals that you've ever wanted to accomplish and you thought they were over, and you are stepping back into those again. And of course, Capricorn often wants that sense of certainty, that sense of knowing, but I don't feel like that's how this year is going to unfold for you. There is a lot of enthusiasm with it, though. There is a lot of, things to be excited for. I see this, the sparkles around this. I see the, possibility of, if you're the Capricorn energy who was probably single for a lot of years, probably heading up there in age and told yourself you're never having a child, this could be the year that you may actually see a child appear, like something totally unexpected. It may be the opportunity, you know, you've settled yourself into a town, into a home, you've made it your home base, and then all of a sudden you get this, nope, there's a move, there's a shift, like something moves you. And I wouldn't be surprised to see you up and go. And people would be shocked to see you do this. Like the people that think, no, they'll never go, they'll never do this, but there will be that up and go. Um, I just keep getting this sense of, like somebody's health. Tell you, there's so much energy. I just keep picking up health issues. It may be also the year to that, you know, to really truly get serious about the health issues and deal with the things that may have been coming up in 2023. And this is the year you have to deal with them. Like, I mean, really deal with those health issues, whatever that may be. Take your life serious. Take you serious, but also have fun. But to be very much aware that, you know, you don't have forever in this human body. We don't have forever. We get this period of time. And while we're here, it's our mission to care as much as we possibly can for this self. So you're getting a little bit of heads up to really care for the health this year and to make peace. If you've been someone who's carried a lot of anxiety and angst and carried a lot of anger stories, and it's affected your life over the years, it's affected your relationship, this is the year where I feel like you may be finally putting your foot into a deeper healing, putting your foot into some deep senses of forgiveness, making peace with the past. I feel like making peace with the past, doing things differently than you would have done them before. For my singles or those who've been kind of waiting for the right kind of love, I feel like this love coming in for you, like out of the blue, unexpected, the kind of love you never thought would come, it kind of changes you. It changes people. So for some of you, you may have had that one or two really crappy relationships in your life. You never ever wanted to go back again. You never wanted to have to put yourself through that again. But for some reason, I feel like there is, for a selective number, this magical energy that is aligning, where I just feel like you just got this collide of your Venus with the perfect match, the perfect energy of that perfect being for you. And you may have given up on love, you may have thought it's not possible, or you may have been holding on for the hero, right? Like just holding on for that energy. And there it is, it comes in. And I feel like this may be the year. Now, don't go looking for it. Don't ask yourself every time someone gives you the eye, winks at you, go takes you on a first date, could this be the one? You don't even have to wonder. You won't have to ask yourself, oh, could this be the right one? It's going to reveal itself in such a way that it's this feeling about it. It's this knowing. It's a soul connection, not a twin flame connection, not anything that's going to challenge you, fight with you. Like it's not a battle of energy. It's a it's a come together of energy. And it's the dance. I just keep getting the dance. It's just like the dance. And I just feel like moving forward in life becomes, it's like the dance. Now, of course, sometimes you may feel a little bit bad because these things are appearing in your life. But on the flip side, other people around you are going to be going through challenges. And you can't not have your experience because other people are in their experiences and they may not be aligned to what you have happening. You have to move into that happiness. You have to shift into that happiness. You have to give yourself permission to be happy. Give yourself permission to be free of the past. Give yourself permission to do whatever it takes to bring your health into the optimal health for your age, for your circumstances, whatever it may be, but to not to let yourself get lost. Now, I do have, for some of you, for some of my Capricorns, I do pick up that sense of that lower energy, and I just feel like something elevating, trying to elevate this energy and trying to rise this energy. So there is low energy, often tied to like a sense of a depressed state, a lower energy, maybe going through a lot of stress, whatever that may be. But I just feel as if there is something trying to pull you out of this. And so it's trying to pull you up and out. So you're not in it as long as you normally would be. This could be that early winter, right? That January, February, or not early, but as we're coming to, into the winter, we hit that midpoint of winter and moving beyond this. So I'm going to switch over into I'm going to switch cameras and I'm going to switch to the cards. And so here we have, see, these are beautiful. And these are Radley Valentine's, the Angel Wisdom. And so over here, we have this beautiful dragon. Oh my goodness, there is so much energy. I am so sorry. I'm not yawning. I'm releasing energy. This energy is heavy that's in you. I just feel like you've been running a marathon with your energy. You're exhausted. You're tired, some of you. My God. And so this is where, you know, this is completion, but it's also great news. Like, be optimistic, because if you finish up the things like care for your health, do the healing work you need to do, it is bringing forth like the sense of forgiveness. I feel like this is a forgiveness story, releasing the past, releasing all the past. Stop being the martyrs. Stop needing to be a something for, stop telling yourself these stories in your head that you have to, sacrifice the best of you, blah, 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 those type of things. And be available to you, because, oh my goodness, your energy, because there is something that is really, truly to be optimistic about. If you've been losing faith, if you've been getting discouraged, if you've been waiting forever for things to work out, this is going to be the year of where you're going to see things come full circle. Have a little more patience. They're going to work out. There's a turnaround that's coming. And I feel like it's this prime opportunity to release and let go of anything or anyone of the past that you have been holding to, the whys, to whatever it is, to the reasons why you are the way that you are. The way that we are is often because we're choosing it, because we refuse to let go. There is a huge kind of awakening energy that's around you. And I feel like the beginning of the year is that temporary pause to really truly see what you need to see, to do the things that you need to do. But life sometimes turns us upside down so that we can see, things differently. We have to be able to turn ourselves inside out sometimes. This is a time of an inward journey for you, going inward, looking inward this year, and asking yourself, like, how's this miserableness serving me? Or how's this hiding away? How's this avoidance that I keep doing? How's this working for me? How's this serving me? And it's not, right? It's not. So there is some kind of calling yourself up and out this year that leads you to be able to see the good things. So if you've been waiting for some sort of like holiday, if you've been waiting for some sort of event, if you've been waiting for some sort of like return on your investment, some sort of, final decision, you do your part and the rest is going to work itself out. Have faith, have faith, have faith, have faith that things are going to work out. Do not jump ship. Do not get ahead of yourself. Do not leave. So if you've been preparing yourself for something really good and you've been doing the work, and then last minute you say, F this, I don't want to do this no more. I'm done. I'm not going to finish this no more. Your shadow self can be your greatest saboteur. And I just feel like if you lose your patience, if you kind of lose your courage to do the things that are calling you, or to continue on the path of allowing good things to come into your life, you're going to find yourself in a place of sabotage. So don't play Russian roulette. Don't put all your chips in one spot type of thing. Don't gamble with the greatest things that you have happening for you. Let it flow, let it happen. Don't, I just feel like there's just a space of where you could just mess up so easily. And I just keep getting, don't do it. So whatever that is, whatever thought is a crippling thought for you, whatever is holding you back, or whatever is holding you hostage in your mind, it's not the easiest way, it's not the best way, it's not gonna help. No, it's not the way. Do not do it. Do not go that way. I don't know where this is coming in, but I just feel this screaming, like I just want to scream out to some of you. Don't bargain that best parts of yourself. Don't negotiate that off at all. Be aware that sometimes our old brain self, that fear story that chatter in our mind is telling you a lie. It is not the truth. Don't look that direction. Don't let that interfere, and don't let it get in the way. And it's not the easy way. It's not the easy road, and it's not going to solve anything, whatever that may be, wherever that fits in Capricorn energy. I'm like, oh, that feels kind of heavy to me. Um, so yeah, because your life is in a transformation, it's in a change, it's transitioning through, and you're so close to the end of any challenge, any old difficult situations, and you're so ready, your soul is so ready for this next stage, for this next beginning. And you need to be available, and you need to be front and center stage for it to happen. If you're not available, if you're too busy, if your hands are too busy holding on, it's not going to be there. I have the eye of the storm, I have serenity, and I have the desired reflection, I have Evangeline. And so follow the light and not the fear. Stay in the faith and the hope. You know, the storms are going to come, the storms will be there. Be the serenity. This is the peace that, just stay at peace with yourself. Just know that you have done all that you can do. And this is where through the eye, of the storm, and this is that, what transforms can go from, simplicity to magnificent overnight. It really can. It can shift so much. And for some reason, also to just don't be searching too far. Like I said, don't look into everything as oh my God, is this it? Is this it? Is this my choice? Just let it happen. I feel like you're writing a whole new story, a whole new chapter of your whole new book of your life. And don't get distracted from doing that. And the eye of the storm, this is her message in the very beginning. You don't need to go far to find what you seek, for serenity is felt in the whispers of the divine. It is soft, even when the world feels harsh. It is sitting in the place of knowing that you don't have the power to control the storm, but you do have the power to stay with you when the obvious is saying, run. Serenity is not found in the obvious. That's exactly everything. She's here to remind you of the true meaning of acceptance. You may feel like you are dreaming of the perfect world and perfect life out there, when the truth is you are already sitting in your perfection. You see, my dear, you are the pupil, the apple of my eye, the beloved student. You get to enjoy the learning process, make mistakes, get messy, and have fun. God already made you in perfection. Stop looking for what is already yours. And if this card was out in reverse, we'd have a different story, but it's not. And so, just know that you got this, you can do this, follow the light and not the fear, and stay present with this version of yourself. I just feel like have a little patience with yourself. Be aware that you've got so much energy and so much suppressed energy. that I feel like you've been hiding. I don't feel like you've been all the way out. You're definitely not living as all of yourself for some of you. And some of you are already over this hump. But the serpent of pain, Jules. And so she's telling you to just give that over. What some things are too big for us. Some mysteries are not for us to try to solve. They're not for us to find the missing piece. Some is meant to allow it to come into our lives. And we have to have the ending in order for the new beginnings, right? And so this is the way home. And the way home to us is we have to walk through the ending. You cannot have new beginnings without endings. And if you fear the endings, if you fear letting the past go, if you fear just if you just can't let stuff go, you will be forever trapped in that cusp right before the ending. And you feel so always in the waiting game. Whereas if we can walk through the ending, new beginnings can happen. And I feel like this is a year of endings, but they're ending so that new beginnings can take place for you. Be very aware of neck issues, straining your neck, putting your neck out there. And sometimes you got to start putting your neck out there so you can stretch out into the world. Stop waiting for the perfection. Stop waiting for everything to be the most defined sense of the world that you could live in. You're going to be, see, the ego is standing in the way. And so you have a lot of illusions of being trapped, a lot of illusions of not being able to go anywhere, not being able to move. But your soul is saying to your spirit is saying that's not true. And so there's a lot of addictions to the old habits, to misery loves company. And I feel like sometimes you may have been keeping company with misery way too often. But there's a lot of old habits here that you're going to be breaking free of. Some of you may be breaking free totally of an addiction, of an addictive behavioral pattern. What you may be seeking that help, seeking, having the courage. But the end of a challenging time is coming. And I just see it's like, so one side of the ego is the fear story. The other side is doing the right things for the right reasons. And sometimes we may not have the courage to do it, but the divine does. And when we ask for the courage to awaken within us and turn the light on, it just shows us that the things we've been holding on to, the things where we've gotten trapped, is the places where we need to move on from now. And so this is where the ending comes. This is where you're moving forward. And it's not at night, you're not sneaking around. It's in the light. You're moving beyond the storm. You don't need to stay for one more storm. You don't need to stay to see if somebody's going to be better the next time around. You're really truly stepping in and just going, yep, no, this is not for me. This is not working for me. But this is going to fill my soul. And so there's a swan story here. I really have the swan story here. And I've got this sense of, yeah, this is a massive, massive transformation for you. You can be very sensitive, yet come across as not being very sensitive. But this is where the emotions run it over. This is where all of the joy and happiness that is meant for you is trying to get in. But you may be that person who is often kind of moody. You may not have the experience to be able to deal with a lot of the things that are trying to come in. So this is why you have to be careful of self-sabotage. You have to be careful of you haven't been here. You don't even know how to behave sometimes in this. So you don't be your own enemy. Because I feel like the people or the things that are coming into your life is for you to trust, and learning to also trust the other half of yourself to make wise decisions and choices. I do have some frontal heart issues coming up for some of my, and this could be a change in heart. It could be a feeling like a broken heart because relationship may end, or it could be health concerns. I don't really know. All I'm getting is this. And I just feel the need to kind of turn away, like I'm turning away from the light. I'm like, don't you dare turn away. Don't you dare turn away. Stay facing the light. I have leg issues. I'm telling you, the beginning you need the stress you've been carrying and what you've had yourself under. I'm surprised many of you haven't had heart attacks. Or maybe you have. I'm like, oh my God, this has been too much. I'm coming back. So this has been too much is what I'm getting, too much. And so you want to run, you want to hide, you want to just, sometimes we just want to quit on everything, but don't you dare. Don't you dare, because there is many things that are transitioning, changing through this year for you. It's going to be a lot of moving pieces, but to get into the dance, dance with life, get into the flow. Out of the blue, you're just going to have these random magical experiences that are going to just light up your soul, but you got to be out there and available for those things to be able to come in so that they can light up your soul. If you're not there, they can't light up your soul. That's just how it works. For some of you, you may find yourself retiring from a position or job if you are at that stage or age. You may be going a year or two earlier than you had planned, but you have that ability to go. So you're just going to say yes to it because there's an exhaustion there. For some of you, you may be find yourself beginning to go on, take those holidays, do that traveling you've always wanted to do, venture out there. But if you compare it to something of the past, you're never going to be in that healthy relationship. So I do have Thecla, the unseen wound, and Thecla is speaking about that inner child healing those parts of self, speaking to that inner child. It may be the relationship with your children. You may be someone who has to do the work of healing the relationship with your children. You may be someone who's treated your kids, had more of the relationship with your kids as if they're friends rather than being their parent. And I just feel like it's where you start to emotionally, spiritually evolve and grow, and so that you become more of the adult energy and less of the kid energy. I feel like many of you are multitasking. I'm like, why am I putting my cards back over there and in place? Why was I trying to clean up as I was still in a reading? That's just crazy. I don't know why that. And I'm like, oh, that's my Capricorn. I feel like you're multitasking. You're trying to do all these little pieces, but when we're distracted from the moment, the experience, we're missing the moment. We're missing the experience. You're already ahead of yourself. You're already thinking of, oh, this is a mess. This got to be done. I got to clean this up. So how are you going to enjoy the moments? And so leave stuff that can wait and do the things that are important to you this year. You may also find yourself, if you have an older home, you may find yourself this year having to do some renovation. The plumbing is an issue. Some plumbing issues, some concerns in that area, some foundation work. You may find yourself needing to do some foundation work. For some of you, what you're doing is you're just preparing your home to sell because you're doing a major shift, a major change. It could be an up leveling or it could be downsizing, depending on where we are. But it's moving, and I just feel this sense of, you may be nervous, you may be a little bit afraid, but do it anyway. Take the leap, take the jump, go have fun with it, enjoy it. For some other ones, I just feel like you've got a lot of things going really well, and don't mess that up. Don't let that happen. Management, I see management positions. So there is an opportunity to get an advancement this year. It's a good year for an advancement for you. It may be moving into going from doing the physical work to stepping into full management. You may find yourself stepping into an office position, whatever that may be. That's coming up as well. Some of you, like I said, health is really carefree health, stress driven, anxiety driven, that type of thing, that clenching of the jaw, biting your teeth, cracking your teeth, whatever it is. I'm like, oh my God, the stress, I just see that eradicating of the stress, choosing a less stressful life, but also ending so that the things you've been stressing about finally get worked out. Details are working out. Things are coming together. Things are working out for the Capricorn energy, for my people of the Capricorn energy. So it is a turnaround year. Have patience, trust, stay with it, and just know that there is movement here, and it's forward movement, and it's a good thing in so many areas, in so many ways of your life. And that's what I got for you. I can't even keep my eyes open in your session. I'm just like so tired. I just want to close my eyes. I just want to go into the divine. I'm just like, let yourself fall into the divine. Just trust the divine, trust those beautiful beings and entities that are there to help us be able to grow, surrender over that pain and those things that are too big for you, and just trust the universe has your back. The universe is working for you, and there is beautiful things. Stay with it. I send you much love. Have a beautiful year, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.